Well, hello, my beautiful peoples. How was your day? Today I am outside and it is raining and there are people around, cars around, so I apologize for any extra background noise. I don't know if you can hear, but there's also a bird going off. Anyway, in today's video, I'm going to be explaining my painting process. This isn't really meant to be taken as a tutorial, but if you're interested in any specific tutorials, leave a comment down below and I'd be happy to make one. So like always, I start with a rough sketch, which I mostly focus on general posing and composition. If I haven't decided what exactly I want it to look like, I'll do some thumbnails first, then enlarge them to work on the rough sketch. For this painting, I had already sketched out the thumbnail in my sketchbook, so I skipped this step. After that, I do a second sketch with a smaller brush on the layer above. Here I usually pat out the limbs, adjust the pose a little if it needs it, and position facial features. Here comes the most crucial step, deciding to do line art. As you can see, I struggled with various tools for a while, and as always, decided to not do line art after all. I haven't done a painting in a year that didn't start with trying to do line art, then figuring out that I didn't feel like doing it. Instead, I prepared to start painting by making the background a dull grayish blue. Lots of people just use gray, but I got in the habit of using a tint opposite to the planned palette because I was painting a lot of skeletons, and a plain gray wouldn't work very well when I was painting something that was white or grayish. I start dropping in some basic shapes, first for the hands. I did this because they were both the hardest part and were the most important part in the original concept, which you'll see later didn't quite go as planned. Then I continued on with the rest of the skeleton, and I probably should have used a reference, but the recording program I use shuts down if I change the window, and I didn't feel like grabbing a reference because of that. In the future, I should probably grab my reference before recording a session. Usually I only use one brush for shading by using the eyedropper tool and blending it out by hand. I did that for several sections like the spine and the ribs and the hands, but it felt wrong while I was working on the tail, so I used the airbrush as well as the texture on top, then a second layer of airbrush after the texture. I usually avoid the airbrush tool at all costs because I used it pretty improperly when I was younger, and I got scared of it when I saw how it wrecked my drawings. That's the gist of the painting, but I also want to talk about the future of my channel for the few of you that are. Something isn't working. Obviously, the reason I haven't gotten many views is partially because I haven't been pumping out content as frequently as the algorithm would like. But on most videos, the average watch time is very low, which indicates to me that there's something about the format of my videos that needs to be fixed. I don't think this type of video where I briefly talk about what I did then move on to other things will work. It's not really what I want to do either. I've thought about for a while talking about more controversial and political things, and I have several scripts of that nature just sitting in my Google Drive waiting to be used. That seems closer to what I want to do, but I haven't really heard of any artists who do that on YouTube, and honestly I'm scared to try. I've been doing this for years, even if slowed down by lack of motivation, but I haven't gotten a single hate comment. I've seen channels that only have 100 subscribers flooded with hate comments because it's politically based, and I'm not sure if that's something that I can handle. Plus, while it seems slow, I get about 2 subscribers per video right now. When you have less than 20 subscribers, 2 per video is a lot. That's more than a 10% increase every time I get myself to post. I do want to be clear though, I can't promise that I'll post regularly. My mental health has been so janked up recently. I have plans to get my stuff together, to keep pushing to get into therapy, to stay organized, but right now they're all just plans. Habits are hard to make and easy to fall out of. But I and all of you need to keep trying. The world is changing a lot right now, and that's really hard, but the change needs to continue, and you need to keep trying with me. That's all for now.